Hi folks, welcome back. Today we have a pair of cowboy boots and let's check them out real quick. Basically the coloration is uneven. I'm actually not sure if this is factory or if this was done afterwards, but it has some sort of brownish or reddish color. So we're going to be going from this to this. So we're going to be cleaning it and coloring it. Basically changing the color, make it more even. Okay. So we start cleaning with saddle soap. And what is my rag? So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove as much of the existing stain as possible. We're going to use some cotton balls. You could use an old cotton shirt or something like that. And we're going to use acetone. And you don't have to, I mean, you want to remove as much of it as possible and leave the leather as free of any dye as possible. That's gonna take a while, so I'm only gonna start it and not show the whole thing. It gets boring, but you just want to get some acetone and start working it. And you want to be in an open place with a lot of ventilation. If you're inside, you know, open the windows, open the door, have a fan running. You don't want to be breathing the fumes from this. You can use gloves for this. So basically you do that to the entire boot, and I'm not gonna record the whole thing. I'll be back when I'm done. I replaced the bottle because that one was running out. So I got a new one here. I think that the combination of pigments was changing. So I wanted to make sure that it had the same color as the other boot. I had to buy a new one because the other one was running out. And I think towards the end, it was looking browner. This one looks more reddish, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't coloring this boot a different color than the other boot. depending on the color, depending on what you're looking for, you may want to dilute the ink before using it, the dye. So that's up to you. You can always apply more coats if you dilute it until you get to the color that you're looking for. And you can see here on that stitching how I'm gonna have to go back with the brush and make sure that I get ink, I get dye in those areas. Okay, I'm done applying the dye to the boot, and I wanted to show you how it looks compared to the one that's finished, so that when you're at this stage of the process, you know, it's not gonna look like the prettiest thing. So don't be alarmed. Right now, so this has 3 coats of dye, and not all the dye gets absorbed. Some of it is sitting on the surface. So you have to wipe that off and then apply the creams to make it look shiny. So you have the shiny end product and you have the current state, and that's okay. This is not gonna look, you know, the best at this point. So we're gonna apply leather conditioner, and the purpose of these is twofold. One, we applied a lot of acetone to remove the dye, the original dye that came on the shoe. So you have to basically nourish the leather. And the other thing is that this is going to remove a lot of the dye that is just sitting on the surface. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're dyeing your shoes is the dye is not going to be absorbed equally on all places. So some places are going to be darker, some places are going to be lighter. You have to be okay with that contrast on your shoes if you're going to be doing this. You can see the dye coming off. It's not like when you have a brand new leather on the factory and you're applying dye for the first time. There you have a lot of control over the end product. Here you have to be okay with some tolerances. And once you're done, you're gonna wait, you know, about a half hour or so for the dye to be absorbed. I'm sorry, for the conditioner to be absorbed before wiping off any excess. Okay, it's time to finish this, and this is how the boot looks right after the dye. We're gonna use TRG shoe cream, and this is the burgundy. I really like this color, it's very deep. You'll see how this color comes to shine now, or comes to alive. Looks very dull right after. Okay, so I applied the shoe cream twice. This is how it looks. Now we're going to apply some wax. And I'm gonna go once over the entire shoe just to give it a little bit of shine and remove the excess cream. On the hard areas on the heel and the toe, I'm gonna go twice. Okay, so I gave it 3 passes on the toe and the heel. I think that's good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply a little bit of edge dressing. And that is it for this video. We have taken these boots, which were a tan color, and changed them to a burgundy. We actually did that using a brown color dye. You have to remember that the color that ends up is a combination of the color that's already on your shoe and the dye that you apply. And different brands are different. So the one that I was using was Angelus. Let me put this one aside. Just give you a close-up. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And thanks for watching.